So my SDCC mascot Funko Pops that were on the second or third or maybe even fifth Comic-Con, I'm not even sure which one it is at this moment, or even how to keep up with it, if we're being completely honest. But my SDCC mascot Funko Pops have just arrived today, and I'm gonna get over there and we're gonna get these guys opened up because I am super excited to see what these things look like. Check this out. The con mascots never really go up in value, but I'm starting to think that maybe that's not the point of having the con mascots, right? Maybe the point of having the con mascots is just like having the Funko Freddy, right? And to be completely honest, I didn't really expect these Pops to sell out. Historically, the mascots have not sold out right away, or at least that's what I can remember, right? Normally they sit on the site at least 2 or 3 days before they sell out completely. These only sit on there 2 or 3 minutes before they sold out completely. But you have to take your hats off to Funko on what they're doing now to combat bots, right? They're not doing the waiting rooms anymore. They're not doing any of that nonsense anymore that they used to do, like with the lotteries or none of that BS. They are simply making you put all of your information back in, and I mean like all of your information. So you're having to put your name, you're having to put your address, you're having to put your credit card number. They're physically not allowing you to sign in and forcing you to do all of that, which is by far, I think, the most genius thing Funko has done in a really long time. I mean, so you have to take your hats off to Funko when it comes right down to that. I am shocked these guys did not come in protectors though. So they put this in this box by themselves. They normally put them in the cardboard protectors. I guess now we just kind of have to pray that they're okay, because there was some room for them to move around. Do you see that? There's no packing material. There's no nothing. Funko, what were you doing? That's not like you at all to do that. So let's see. We have the first one here is going to be the Tiki Torch Toucan, which I think is pretty cool, but this is not necessarily the one that I was really wanting to see. So the one that I was really wanting to see was going to be this guy. So this is going to be the metallic toucan. He's kind of like this robot figure. I am excited to get those out of the box. Look at that. They put one little thing of protection down there at the bottom. Oh, that was kind of garbage. I mean, if we're being honest. No stickers. We haven't seen the stickers in quite a while. I'm still a little disappointed that we're not seeing the stickers. So for both of them to have been in there like that, surprisingly the boxes did not take a whole lot of damage. There is a little bit of damage to the top of the box where you could see that they were probably banging against the other box as they were moving. There's a little tear on this side, and that looks like maybe it's about it. The window looks okay for the most part. I don't see a whole lot of problems. Well, this window is pretty jacked up. All right, so let's take a look at this one, and then we'll move on to that one. So this toucan is going to be 126 out of the group. I love how they actually put the San Diego Comic-Con logo right up there at the top. I don't think that's something that I've seen before. I think that is pretty new. On the back of the box, they also had the San Diego Con. This box is pretty like plain Jane though in my eyes when it comes right down to it. They are putting this in the add icon, and that's kind of what I was saying a little earlier, is that these are falling under like the same premise as like the Funko Freddy and those other guys when it comes right down to it. And this has not been something that I have really collected in the past. I mean, I have a lot of ad icons and I have a few Funko Freddys, but I don't have any of the con mascots. And I think that going forward, that's going to be something that I am actively going after. I mean, I truly believe that that's something that I'm actively going after. I think right now on the secondary market, these guys are going for 40, 50, maybe even 60 or 70 bucks. I'm going to say though, don't buy them right now at that price. Wait a few months. The price on these guys should come down. Let's take a closer look at this guy. So this is one of the con exclusives. He has the 2021 fall limited edition sticker on there. So I don't think that that's a con sticker. It looks like a pretty plain Jane sticker to me. This guy is really cool though. The paint job on him is done okay. I can tell that there is some errors right off the jump. I mean, into the beak, there's some paint spillover. I don't see any glue though, and the glue really tends to be like my pet peeve of them all. I love the fact that they made him like a wind up, so you're supposed to wind him up, and then he's gonna walk across the floor. I mean, even though we know he's not walking anywhere, I think that little added touch was that was really impressive. That added touch is really impressive. Now I see that there's some rivets on here, so they kind of missed an opportunity with the rivets to put a little silver in those rivets to just give it that little extra flair. And that's almost one of them that I'm thinking maybe I should do on my own, but then I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Maybe I'll do it in another video. I don't know. That's one of them we'll have to wait and get back to and see if that's something that I do. The next toucan is going to be 125 out of the group, just like the other box. It's got the San Diego con on the front, and then it's got the big San Diego sticker on the back. This is a pretty generic sticker again, though, so I don't know how I feel about this really generic sticker, because that's it. That's in fact what that is. I mean, that is a simple, really generic sticker. So we got the wind up toucan, which is kind of like this robot metallic. I love this one. So I also think that I am going to be in love with this one as well. The box on him, once again, though, is pretty plain Jane. It did take a little damage in the top in shipping. I mean, but that has to do with that god-awful way that Funko shipped that. That's not something that you normally see from Funko, though. Funko normally really takes care of their shipping, so it makes me wonder if they're using a different secondary shipper at this point, you know, because we all know that they're getting their warehouse. It's probably getting up and running, and maybe that's where this came from. Maybe this came from their warehouse, that they're getting up and running and trying to get moved in that direction, and maybe that's just a learning curve. I mean, that's how we're going to take that, and there's no real reason to complain about that. I mean, it happens, and there's a little bit to the top. I mean, but nothing so significant that I think that it would dramatically impact the resale of it if I was going to resell it, right? I mean, if in the event that I was going to resell my collection, because look, as a collector, that's one of our concerns always, right? Is it my collection going to be worth what I paid for it, or is it going to be a little worth a little more, but I don't want to lose a lot, right? I mean, so I don't think that that'll take away from the actual. All right, so there's a lot going on with this one, and there's a lot of missed opportunities as well. Let's take a closer look at this one. When I say that there's a lot of missed opportunities with this one, I mean there is a lot of missed opportunities with this one. So there is a way to make this look like it is wood without actually like having a wood there. I mean, I know how to make a wood grain. It's really, really simple. I might have to honestly think about fixing this one, to be honest. I mean, they didn't do any real distinguishing the engraving of it or the carving of it, you know, because the carving is supposed to be a little darker than everything else. They didn't really get the darker paint in there as well to give you that pop and color. They didn't really put any kind of a wood grain. It's very blocky. It's very strange. It's very awkward. I wish that they would have done more with this one. This is one of them that I am honestly disappointed with out of the group. It almost looks like maybe they were trying to play on a budget. Maybe they went really cheap with it. Maybe the hiring the artist to paint it was going to cost a little more, because this was not necessarily one of them that you could have gotten super automated with. I mean, just looking at it, it would have been a little difficult to get super automated with, but they could have fixed this very, very easily. And just to be completely honest, I'm probably going to make another video coming up here real soon on how I fix this guy, and if you want to fix this guy, what you need to do. And if that's a video that you would like to see, now's that moment to drop the comment down below and just say, yes, Wayne, I'd love to see the video on how you fixed this guy, because maybe you picked one of them up, maybe you want to get him fixed, maybe you want him to look a little better. And if I can get him looking a little better, I mean, maybe he's going to be the start of my out of the box collection, because now I'm kind of on a hunt to grab pops that are already out of the box, that were never in a box, that were maybe grails, that are not grails anymore because they're out of the box. And I'm going to kind of start that hunt, and I'm hoping that you come along with me for that journey. But before we get out of here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on those notifications, and become part of the Wayneko crew. There is no Wayneko crew without you, and I truly appreciate you watching. Until next time, have a good one. Hey, I haven't gotten these put up yet, but every once in a while my dad sends me some pretty cool stuff, so check this out. He got me this one right here for my birthday that's coming up here soon, and he got me one other one, but you're just gonna have to tell me what you think. Check this out. He got me a tinfoil hat. Maybe I'll do a video coming soon of just the tinfoil hat. Y'all have a good one.